Hello people, in this class we are going to study about gerunds. So let's take the time for making an analysis about the different structures that we have to use and we have to follow for using gerunds, okay? So let's take the time and let's study this interesting topic. So let's define what is a gerund. This is the main question that we are going to answer. Well, a gerund is any verb ending in ing. This is the typical definition that people get. But gerunds are words that are formed with verbs but acting as a noun. They are very easy to spot since every gerund is a verb with the ing tagged to its tail. So let's see the examples for having a better reference about this definition. In here we can see different examples about the uses of infinitives. Well, this form can work as a subject, as a direct object, as a subject complement, also can get with an adjective and with an adverb. This last form is the only one that we are not going to check out in this explanation, but let's see how it works as a subject. Let's see some examples using gerund as subjects. Living in Miami is expensive and difficult, but fun. Learning a language requires time, hard work, and persistence. Making spaghetti is easy. Downloading videos takes too much time. Living, learning, making, and downloading, they are acting as gerund as subjects. In these sentences, the verbs are, in number one, is. In the second one, requires. On third, is. And in the last one, takes. Let's see why this happens. Well, gerunds are followed by a singular verb. As we saw previously in the examples, we have, in this case, an emphasis in the main verbs. Living is the gerund as subject, is the main verb. Learning is gerund as a subject, requires is the verb, and in the rest you can see the same reference. So we always get this idea when we are using gerund and they are followed by singular verbs, as you can see in this example. As we explained at the beginning, gerunds can also be the object of a noun phrase that follows a verb. Many common verbs are followed by gerunds such as avoid, discuss, dislike, enjoy, hate, like, love, and prefer. As I said previously, at the end of this lesson, you will have a list about those verbs. I like playing soccer with my friends. My sister enjoys swimming in the summer. Do you prefer exercising in a gym? I hate running long distances. Like, enjoys, prefer, and hate are the main verbs. Automatically, because the rule, and as I said, I would like you to check out the chart at the end of the class, you will see that when we use like, automatically we have to use gerund form of the verb. When we use enjoy, we use gerund form. When we use prefer, we use gerund form. And when we use hate, we use gerund form. I like playing soccer. My sister enjoys swimming. Do you prefer exercising? I hate running. Remember, the main verbs are the ones that are underlined in these examples. For having a better reference about the use of gerunds as object and subject, I would like you to observe this screen with the example. So I would like you to read and observe what the forms are. I love seeing. In this case, seeing is acting as an object. I enjoy watching. Watching is acting as an object. Learning this sport. Learning is acting as a subject. Staying healthy is important. Staying is acting as a subject. I prefer exercising. Exercising is acting as an object. And finally, I enjoy cycling the most. Cycling is acting as an object. You can take a look about the whole paragraphs for having a better idea about these examples. Something that is really important when we are using gerunds is the use of prepositions. Always that we use a preposition after the preposition, the idea that follows is a gerund form. And we can combine prepositions. Well, they can be by themselves, so they can be alone, they can be working with an adjective, and they can be working with some verbs. In this section, you can see how an adjective is getting with a preposition and how the verb is getting with a preposition. And if you notice, they are followed by gerund forms. The most common ones: afraid of, excited about, good at, interested in, nervous about, responsible for, tired of, and worried about. Those are the most common forms in the combination adjective preposition. Meanwhile, we have some verb prepositions form: apologize for, believe in, feel like, interest you in, plan in, thank you for. So I would like you to take a look about those examples and keep them in mind. So let's see the applications. By using prepositions by themselves, using adjectives and prepositions, and verbs and prepositions. Did you rest after the preposition? And we have the gerund playing. Before is the preposition, going is the gerund. There we have adjective preposition: afraid of, losing, angry about, working, good at, solving, and so on. Please keep in mind this. After a preposition, we always have a gerund form. In this final part of the topic, you can see different verbs followed by gerunds. There we have 3 different groups, and these are the most common verbs. There are some examples that can help you to have a clear idea about the use of gerund forms. So with this, we wrap up in the way the class for today. So see you next time.